You'll see the real me. A disaster. Secrets that I keep locked like a monster.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Darkson Gaming. My name is Chris, and in today's video we are taking on the God of Destruction event, going up against Quitela and using the new UI Intelligence Goku. Now, this team's actually pretty straightforward. It's a Realm of Gods team, and obviously, as you can see there, I do have Kefla on there. I do have Vegeta along with Vados, and I actually brought the Supreme Kai and Kibito Kai along with Zamasu, and then obviously another UI Goku. So, I mean, they did very, very well. I mean, this is just yet another showcase here for UI, and then also for Vegeta, because Vegeta just does a great job here. And I mean, as you can see, he's able to handle himself very, very well. 1.4 million there with that, but 3.3 million turn one from Goku. He hasn't built up, he hasn't done anything. He just looks like $1 million throughout this event, hitting 2 million right off the bat, and then getting the additional attack to help out. And then he's even dodging to boot, and I think the dodge on him is like 5. I don't think I put anything else. He might be at an 8, but I'm pretty confident he's just the straight 5. And then obviously the MVP throughout all the God of Destruction events there with Caulifla. Now here I was really debating about what I wanted to do between Vados and with Kibito and Supreme Kai, just because I just had no idea. I mean, I didn't know how they're going to handle themselves, and they actually ended up doing very, very well. They ended up able to dodge quite a bit, and were actually very good in everything that I needed them. And here I'm just trying to figure out exactly what rotations I wanted to do. I probably spent way too long trying to figure this stuff out, deciding I'm going to just go ahead and use the Whis, just because I was not able to complete this event the first time around. I was waiting to actually go through. I was having such a hard time just finding a super intelligence Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to do the events. Like, nobody I could find to be able to do them. So here I'm only able to get the super attack. But as you can see here, Kibito Kai is just, I mean, he has a high chance to dodge, and then I actually built him with some additional dodges to help out. But, you know, hey, hitting 100,000 here, getting the additional super attack, which does raise his defense in the event that something happens. But then 652,000 there, and as you can see there, yes, I have the Whis activated, and we still take 106,000. But I mean, that's not horrible, all things considering. You're really relying on that dodge to kind of kick in. 2.9 million. With the crit, so fabulous there. And then from here on, obviously he's tanking. Yes, I've got Whis activated, but he's doing a great job. And then even Vados decides to jump in and kind of do her part with a great additional there. And still taking 30,000, but gets me a dodge. Hey, I'll take another 15, you know, for each one. And same thing here. I knew that with Vegeta, you utilize him with any of the damage reduction items, and he's just a superstar, just because it doesn't matter if he gets hit. And then you want him to get hit because you want his revive skill to get activated. But the biggest thing that I started running into with this entire run is, like, can I get below? I mean, as you can see here, you know, doing a halfway decent job. We're trying to get to a certain point. You know, I think that was 3, 4, you know, easily should be well enough at this point that the revive is going to be active. To be able to really kind of kick it into high gear. 2.3 million with that crit, and he just continues to shine. Not a problem. 3.7 here from UI Goku, and it just keeps going up. I mean, he just is really, really good. 3.3 million with crit. I did put as much crit. Actually, no, I didn't. Excuse me. When I originally had him built. No, yeah, that's right. When I originally had him built, I had him built with all crit. And now that he has a difference on his attack, being able to raise defense, I've got to turn around and switch it up. Now, am I going to wait for additional UIs that are going to come through that I could throw in and change it for free, or do I pay 10 stones to just change it out? I'll have to make that decision later on, depending upon how much I actually end up using them. But for the most part, I will probably at some point, you know, once I kind of feel like I feel pretty solid, maybe outside the worldwide celebration, I might try to throw some stones into him to get him set up the way that I want him. I mean, it's kind of maybe a waste of stones. I don't know. It depends on how much I end up really using him. But really haven't gotten a whole lot of the double super attacks. And here, this is actually outside of that Whis. So he's taking double digits here. And I feel like he ends up becoming an all-star on this turn. Here, well, no, okay, he's still taking 41,000. I think he dodges this, yeah. So he's dodging when it was important. And it got to the point with this entire run that I really kind of started feeling like RNG became my friend for the first time ever. But these events are no joke. I mean, I've been running on some of the other ones. I'm hoping to get some of the more events. I mean, I've, you know, been so busy with just trying to find things. I'm like squeezing out like 10, 15 minutes to try to get runs done. And there have even been times where I've had to like start recording, stop, do what I do, come back a couple hours later, and try to finish up and then stitch things together. And, you know, at least that's the original hope. But I always end up getting slaughtered. I think it's rough trying to get it to go through. But here, you know, 55% hitting there with that crit, 2.7 million. That gets the additional for another 1.7. So that's, you know, you're talking about a net of 4.3 million. You know, again, just very, very impressive. The 6-year anniversary units are amazing units because they are so well rounded. So does that make them the best unit? I mean, it's hard to say that they're not. You can't, you know, you could find, you know, stronger units. You can find more defensive-oriented units. But part of the reason why I like STR Vegito so much is because of the fact that STR Vegito does so much. So that's the same thing with both Goku and Vegeta for the 6 years. I mean, they at 55%, can dodge, crit, and additional attack. You don't need anything else. I mean, that's got to be, you know, we're saying something. And then even UI Goku here, I mean, he's showcasing what is going to happen with category leads. We are just going goo goo gaga right now over UI Goku and with this Easy A, and he's not going to be the best one. Like, we're going to eventually get to the point where we're like, oh, yeah, he's okay. You know, you're going to have some of these other units that are going to be turning around, and they're just going to be something else. Again, here, I can't get underneath 50% to be able to transform. So we're doing pretty good. And I think what ends up happening on this turn is I get below 50% finally, and then Kibito Kai ends up healing me with his ability. So I'm pretty confident that's what ends up happening. But we're just again, just like anything else, chipping away at the health here of Quitela. 3.5 million here from UI Goku. As a matter of fact, down in the comments down below, I want to hear from you. I want to know who you think #1 is. I want to know who do you think the 6-year anniversaries are? Do you think that the worldwide celebrations from last year with Buhan and the STR Vegito, do you think they're good? You know, I'm really interested. Yeah, see right there, he ended up healing me at the end of the turn to get me back up over the 230,000 mark. And I'm even sitting there waiting to myself. I'm like, wait, what? What? Like, I remember when I'm like looking at this and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And then just looking at that way, he healed himself there at, almost 50,000 health with the because the defense is getting to the point that it's so high. And this wasn't really a showcase, hence the reason why I wasn't really, like, looking at, you know, stats or doing some of that other stuff. And sometimes when I'm just playing, I even forget that I'm showcasing units. But this is basically a showcase here for UI Goku, which I also did a UI versus the LGE GT event for the Universe 7, and I mean, it was a great run. I was actually you know, oh, this is easy, oh, this is hard, oh, this is easy, oh crap, am I going to be able to beat it? And finding myself being just a hair scared, but ended up pulling that out. I don't know if I'm going to end up running that at as an individual video, or if I'll end up doing that as just like maybe a discussion video and using that as different stuff, because like I have SBR runs that I've never ended up airing just because I just got to the point to where it's like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to run it. Turning around here now, I think this is, if this isn't the last round, it is pretty close, but I'm thinking that this is ending up to be the last round. But just as we get things kind of starting to wind down here in the last minute and a half, if you haven't done so already, please make sure you guys are going down, hitting that red subscribe button. Don't forget the notification bell so you're notified each and every time that I'm coming out with these brand new videos for the 6-year anniversary and beyond. The, you know, great things with Discord channel too. Go down in the descriptions. Hit me up on the Discord. Hit me up on Twitter. Definitely would love to hear from you guys. I try to be as active as I possibly can in there. And just as you guys can tell in the comments, I really want to try to make sure that I'm interacting with the community, interacting with each one of you guys, and really just kind of going from that standpoint. So I really do appreciate each and every one of you. I mean, we've hit over 3,000 subscribers, so thank you to everyone that's out there. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, and definitely want to make sure that I'm making content that you guys are enjoying, and really kind of taking it off from that point. So here we get Vegeta with his costume change, which it'll be interesting to see how often they actually implement that. It seems like whenever they're implementing new costume change stuff, or not costume change in general, but whenever they're implementing new things, it like lasts for just like a hot minute, and then they don't ever come back and bring it. Like unit super attacks are very rare, things of that nature. So yeah, this ended up being the last one because I ended up getting this RNG luck that it was just pretty amazing. But hey, you know, this is coming around, and then of course I'm like sitting there thinking to myself, yeah, that's nice. He barely gets a sliver of health, basically has like one health here, and Zamasu just finished him off. So that is going to be it. That's going to be today's video. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you have any questions, make sure you guys hit me up down in the comments below, or again on my Discord or Twitter. But that's it. That's today's video. Thank you very much for watching. We'll talk to you guys later.